Welcome to MissouriNet.com. We get ready for Mizzou and Indiana this weekend, the final non-conference game for the Tigers before they get into SEC play, and we bring along TJ Fenske from KRCG-TV. That's a lot of letters to throw out there. KRCG-TV out of Jefferson City. TJ, is there any reason that Mizzou should be, or Mizzou fans should be concerned that the Tigers are going to overlook this game, that Indiana's going to come in here and sneak out with a win?
No, I don't think there's any way they should be worried. I mean, Indiana, I believe they've lost, I think it's 18 consecutive road games against ranked opponents. They're low tier of the Big Ten, and we all know how the Big Ten's doing this year. I don't see any problems, although they do have a great running back, Tevin Coleman. He's the biggest threat, and their quarterback's not too bad. Their offense is pretty good. They can put up some points, but their defense is, it's like a sieve. You can go right through that thing. So I think if Missouri just does their normal thing, they get their turnovers, they play at least solid defense, it should be a blowout easily. I don't see any worries with this. I really don't.
Yeah, I'm not either. I mean, the team, they seem pretty focused. When I talked with them at Media Day, they seem like they're into this thing. You mentioned Tevin Coleman. Looking at their notes, his fourth straight 100-yard game, which is tied for the longest streak in the nation. So that'll be interesting to see what they can do. I think this is a good test because you're going to have games coming up here with South Carolina, Mike Davis. You're going to have the strong running game from Georgia. This will be a nice little warm-up, a nice little test to see just how well they can do against a pretty decent running back. Because regardless of who they've played, when you put up 190 yards against Bowling Green, you're doing something right.
Exactly. And I think the run defense has been okay. It's the sacks have been good, the turnovers have been good, but the run defense, it hasn't really stuck out as this is really special, run defense team. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they do against this guy. And like you said, Mike Davis, they still got plenty more running backs. This will be good tune-up. And I believe let me know if I get the name right. Zenner from South Dakota State. He even had a nice run back. He kind of did some business against them. So it'll be interesting to see how they do.
As you watch the Tigers and you talked about the run defense, is there anything that you can pick out that concerns you? Or is it just a matter of they've got to get into a rhythm, or what's that worry right now with that run defense? I thought they'd be a little better, to be honest.
Yeah, with their strong defensive line. My only thing maybe is they're too concerned about getting to the quarterback, and they're kind of getting upfield too much, which is leaving the running backs a little bit more room. That'd be my only concern. Because Marcus Gold and Shane Ray, they've done great getting sacks. I think they lead the SEC in sacks as a team at 12. So that might be my concern is they're getting kind of more focused on the quarterback, leaving more room for the running back when he gets through the holes. But I really can't pinpoint it. The linebackers they've been playing solid, but that's just one area they need to improve on. That just might be it. I don't know. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about Mizzou's offense. Matty Mock, 78 points that he's accounted for either throwing or running the football, so it's 13 touchdowns in the first 3 games. That leads the nation. He still has, to me, I'm still seeing signs where he wants to take off and kind of move around in the pocket instead of staying in there. Now, you've got two ends of the scale here. You don't want a guy that's just going to stand in there. You want him to create plays, but at the same time, though, you do kind of want to keep that continuity or that protection around you and have that ability to look further downfield. Is that a negative or is that a positive in your opinion that Matty Mock likes to move around and get out of the pocket and try to make things happen?
I think it's a positive. He's proven he's no James Franklin. He hasn't gotten hurt yet. Until he proves he's injury prone.
Taking a shot at James Franklin. Oh, wow.
He was great. He led us to the SEC championship game. But so far, he's been smart. He's had a few hits where he should have, in Toledo and last week where he should have, slid. But otherwise, he plays it pretty safe. He'll run out of bounds. He's not trying to, get too much extra yardage. But his movement, his feet, he creates a lot of plays. That first touchdown against UCF, scrambled out of the pocket, rolled out. Even against the run, throwing away from his throwing shoulder, hit Jimmy Hunt for a touchdown. It definitely just creates another thing for the defense to focus on. I think it's only a plus. And he's thrown 13, 12 touchdown passes already. So until it's not working, why make him stop?
12 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. And you brought up that touchdown to Jimmy Hunt. That was the one thing, too, that I noticed right away. He's running around, he's scrambling, but he kept his eyes up, downfield, upfield, downfield the whole time, followed, and he saw Jimmy Hunt. I was watching to see what was open, and Jimmy Hunt's running across the same direction that Maddie's going, and he's waving his arm like this, like give me the ball. And Mock found him and laid it in there. So at least he's got his eyes downfield, and he's not just thinking, okay, I got to take off and run for my life. So, yeah, you're right. I mean, his number, 647 yards, that's pretty solid in 3 games worth of work.
Yeah. You can't complain. Like I said last week, it's kind of like almost a Brett Favre thing. But yeah, he's keeping his eyes downfield, and it's not like he's immediately getting the ball and then starting to scramble. I mean, he'll take a look downfield. Maybe the receivers aren't getting open quick enough, or obviously defensive linemen or linebackers getting in the backfield. But he's staying in the pocket and he sees nothing. He's going to roll out and try to extend that play. And Gary Pinkel says he likes that about him. And he hasn't even gotten to his potential yet. So it's scary to see what he can even get to. But I think Matty Mock most dangerous when he's out in the open, running and kind of creating plays.
38, 49, and 38. Those are the number of points that the Tigers have scored in each of the first 3 weeks. They're into the 40s, no doubt, in your mind?
Oh, most definitely. I could see this. If Indiana wants to come in and win this game, it's got to be a shootout. And I'm pushing it when I say they want to make it a game. But it's easily 40 points. As long as the Tigers are focused, they come out, know that this is a good team. They got to play against them. I mean, they should put up at least 40, and at least win by. I'm going to throw it out there, 28 points.
All right, yeah, and I think that's fair. I think it's right on the money. TJ Fenske from KRCG-TV out of Jefferson City. Thanks for the weekly visit, and we'll catch you at the game as we get ready for the final tune-up before SEC play.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Cool, awesome.
All right, thanks a lot, TJ. Thanks for watching us again here at MissouriNet.com.